nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. This is it, boys. This is war. What are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Say that for the black and white. Try twice as hard and a map is like good. Here they come again to jack my style. And that's alright. I found a martyr in my bed tonight. Stopped my bones from wandering. Why, am oh man. Well, some nights I wish that this all would end, 'cause I could use some friends for a change. And some nights I'm scared you'll forget me again. Some nights I always win. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know.
So this was
Hello and welcome. It's an early stream today. Welcome to Friday afternoon. I am the streamer here. My name is Zara, and I come from a land down under, which is appropriate today because we are going to be visiting many lands, although probably not down under so much. I don't think there's any expeditions in Australia, but that's, it is what it is. Anyway, yes, today I am streaming Renowned Explorers International Society, which is a game I picked up a few years ago with the intent of streaming it at some point and never really got around to it. But I've played it a bit. It's a lot of fun. I think it deserves a lot more exposure than it probably got, so I am going to be diving into this and trying to get people to see it a little bit more. So, without too much waiting, I'll go ahead and get the game started. Alright. So I'll go over to the stream. There we go. So as you can see, it definitely takes a few cues from Indiana Jones. The Quest for the Holy Grail DLC title notwithstanding. There's actually a bunch of additional content for this game, which I've apparently bought. I bought 2 of these recently, but the other 2 I don't remember buying. But anyway, the Emperor's Challenge is kind of like a different game mode, so we're going to go ahead and just start a new expedition. Kind of the normal, classic stuff. The Discovery and Adventure mode. Adventure mode makes it more roguelike, I suppose. Like, you can't save and load at will. If you lose, it's just done. Your whole game is forfeit. I'll play on classic difficulty. So it's definitely a roguelike game, but so with lots of like randomly generated stuff, kind of like dice rolls, and you're not always going to be succeeding, but it's also got kind of like a strategy game element to it. It's pretty neat. So first things first, we need to choose our captain. So right now we've got the 4 captain characters available, plus 2 that I've unlocked as captains through playing with them. So we've got Anna Proskeriakova, who's a scientist. Harry Walker, who's kind of like, I guess he's a rogue. Victor Signac, who's a tactician. And Yvonne Lefebvre, who's a big either. I've played a campaign as her before, so I think I will play as someone else this time around. Thinking either Anna or Victor. I'll go with Anna. I like having a scientist on the team. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to kind of take in that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense right now. The main thing is that she's balanced with high speech defense and no real weaknesses. I think all the captains don't really have a good weakness, so they're very, very strong. As for the other crew members, we can pick anybody. We got all of these people available. So let's start. So we've already got a scientist, so we're definitely going to need a fighter. I don't think I've seen him before. I think he's a new addition from some of the DLC. He's a ranged fighter with decent defenses and remarkable tactics. I think Ivan Dashkov. I think I'll go with kind of a straightforward fighter. Ivan here is got good attack and armor, but kind of crappy speech defense, so that he'll serve me well. Then our third crew member. So Anna's a scientist, Ivan is the bronze, so I'm thinking either a scout or a speaker. Supportive speaker. Who was I looking at last time? Maybe Charles. He's got a defensive speaker. Great defenses and overall good offense. He's a diplomat and survivalist. Yeah, so he's kind of got a little bit of speech and a little bit of scouting skills, so I think I'll go with him because he might be kind of a good balance. These icons up here kind of represent what our strength is for this party. So right now we're kind of mostly aggressive, probably thanks to Ivan. But we can see how things kind of change when we swap other people out. You can also take the other captains as crew members too. But yeah, I'll take Charles. He's an ex-sailor and then an ex-butler. So we'll go ahead and start our adventure. Look at this team. Alright, so Anna wants to make a big entrance. We gotta find the burial site of the Saxon kings. So I've already done the tutorial, so I'm not going to bother to do that. It kind of starts you off in a fairly short adventure, so it's pretty easy. Okay, the campfire mechanic is new to me. Right, start a campfire. Okay. So here's our map, our expedition map. We want to get here eventually, but in order to do that, we've got to kind of visit all of these other places, and in doing so, we get different situations, different challenges, different resources. And the numbers in between here tell you how many supplies it costs to move between these different nodes. We have 8 supplies. If we run out of supplies, then we start to like weaken, and we will eventually die. And if we die, then our game is over. So you kind of need to plan things out so that you can get to your goal with enough supplies that you have. So, there's a nature challenge here. There's gold and research to be found here. So we're going to go to the nature challenge because Anna is a naturalist. So she will have... Charles spots an old bag dangled dangerously from a sharp piece of rock. It seems quite dangerous to climb to reach it. Okay, so a naturalist isn't really going to help us very much here. But since Ivan has 2 points in athlete, he's basically got this in the bag. He's got an 83% chance of success. So these icons represent different rewards that you will get after the expedition. So the yellow ones are gold, green ones are campaign, which will translate into renown, or status, sorry. There's a lot of different resources and stuff to kind of balance, and it all kind of... The different tokens have different names, and it's a little bit confusing at first, but it kind of all fits together. All the colors relate to each other, so it's kind of easy to keep track. So anyway, I'm going to send Ivan to get that back. He does a skill check and succeeds. Actually, the bag is reached and safely returned. It seems to be an old money courier's bag containing some gold and silver coin. So yeah, we got 2 of these collect tokens plus a bonus 1 from Ivan. So each one, after our expedition, each one of these tokens will get cashed in to get either somewhere between 10 to 15 gold apiece. And we'll get a whole bunch of these tokens by the end of our expedition. You want to try and get as much as you can, because it all translates into resources that you can spend, so... Giant spear thistle is standing near a small rock formation as it passed by. This thistle has an unusual color and is much bigger than others. Decide to study it and sell it afterward. Yeah. So, it's pretty straightforward. So we get some extra money and we get a study token, which gives us research. That one was kind of a no-brainer because it's 0 supplies to get from there to there, so it's just a good one. So there's status to be gained here, gold, and there might be an encounter. There's a lot of stuff there. So I think I'm going to do the encounter first. Oh, some cuddly sheep are fond of the crew and keep surrounding you. It makes it hard to move, and you have to do something. Engage. So, the thing about encounters in this game is that they're not all necessarily combat. Mechanically, they are. But there's 3 different kind of combat stances. There's friendly, devious, and aggressive. Aggressive is straight up just beating the crap out of the enemies. You fight them hand to hand or with weapons, and you defeat them. Devious has things like you make fun of them, you mock them, you taunt them, you kind of get them into that mindset. And friendly is this is kind of the opposite of devious. You're being friendly, and depending on what kind of encounter it is, you'll get different rewards for having this kind of stance by the end of the encounter. The way that it works is it's actually kind of like Fire Emblem. So you've got kind of like your triangle here. So devious, or if your opponent is friendly, they are weak to being aggressive, or they're weak to aggressive. If your opponent is devious, they're weak to friendly, and if they are aggressive, then they are weak to devious. So it's kind of, you use your abilities here to put the enemies into certain stances, or into certain emotions that you can then exploit the weaknesses of. It looks really simple on the front, but there's a lot of depth to this. A lot more than you would ever think. So we will get an extra encounter token if we finish this as being friendly. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and befriend these sheep. I'm going to send Anna here. And she is going to try and excite this sheep. Okay, so now the mood of the battle has changed to pleasant. So physical attacks have 50% attack power. In order to change the mood of the battle, you need to do this number of actions. So someone takes an aggressive action, the mood of the battle will change to something else, and then if someone takes 3 or gets 3 devious points, it'll change to something else again. There's a lot of kind of like ebb and flow to the battle. There's a lot to kind of keep track of. Charles is also going to excite this sheep. The sheep is so impressed and it doesn't wish to stop, so it runs up. Ivan can also try to excite a sheep. And he is going to try and block Anna because he's tough. And he'll excite this sheep. Oh, he fumbled it. Yeah, Ivan doesn't have very good speech, so he kind of blew that one. Unfortunately, so everybody gets like 1 movement and 1 attack ability. Usually, I don't know how exactly it keeps track of that, if there's like action points or something, but that's generally how it goes. So we end our turn, and the sheep go. Oh. The sheep are also being friendly. Ivan can't talk to the sheep, and the sheep have no effect on him. So everyone has a certain mood that they're in, or an emotion. So right now, both Anna and Charles are pleased, but it's still kind of neutral. You can see on the bar down below here, there's like positive and negative. So depending on which region of that they're in, certain abilities will give them put them into different moods. So these guys are still pretty strong with their speech, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Just gonna impress the crap out of these sheep. Now we excited that sheep about our cause, so he's gonna stop. He's gonna stop trying to fight us. Ivan doesn't have very good speech, unfortunately, but he's real strong, so he's gonna punch the hell out of this sheep. So now you can see we've changed the mood of the battle to brutal. So now everyone on my crew gets plus 20 speech defense. You can also see which way the overall fight is leaning. So it's a little bit aggressive, but it's still mostly friendly. So we're probably going to get the friendly bonus. But that can change really fast. Alright. Let's... Yeah, so you can see the aggressive went up quite a bit, so now it's primarily aggressive. So we want to try and friendly this sheep away. Hopefully that'll put things... Oh, no. Still an aggressive victory because I punched 1 sheep. Oh well. Well, okay, so we got 2 encounter tokens, and... Ivan feels bad. He says, oh, that was not good. I'm sorry. You're stronger than I thought. Oh well. A wise man from a time long ago once said a knocked out sheep cannot follow you. Which is entirely true. So we have dealt with the sheep. Ivan has gained a level. So Ivan gets a new perk. So we can either give him the Athlete Smashing perk or the Naturalist Biology perk. So he's already got Endure Hardship and Tough under the Athlete tree. So I could also give him Smashing. Or I could make him a Naturalist. But Anna's already got 2 points in Naturalist, and I think she might... No, she doesn't have Biology. I don't remember what she has. Electromagnetics and mathematics. That's what she does. But you know what? I'm just gonna make Ivan. I'm gonna make Ivan as tough as possible, so he will be ultimate strongman. Ivan Dashkov. So there's a whole bunch of stuff here. A cultural challenge, a wits challenge, treasure might be present, so we're gonna go there. A Saxon castle. Looks quite old, but frankly untouched. So let's explore. The gates are ajar, and after crossing a small courtyard, you reach yet another smaller gate. Oh, the gate. It leads to the castle entrance. You see all kinds of Saxon decorations. The room is filled with doors. Hundreds of doors. 1,000 doors. Charles mentions that some say castles like these are cursed and you can get lost easily, but sometimes treasure can be found. What should we look for? A throne room, the king's bedroom, catacombs, or just walk around aimlessly? That's a good question. Let's look for the king's bed. There are many bedrooms. A good scouting job may improve the odds of finding the king's bedroom where he kept his toys, like a miniature knight. Charles has one skill in scouting, but let's look at the other ones here. Searching for the throne room often results in physical challenges, but royal artifacts such as the royal mantle may be found here. Okay, so we got Ivan, so that's good. What about the catacombs? Scientific measurements or knowledge may help determine which door has the highest chance. Maybe you'll find interesting human remains. Ugh. Let's put Ivan on the spot again and go to the throne room. A physical challenge. After entering several doors with dead ends, uninteresting rooms, and even a laboratory, you have now discovered a door behind which lies a strange hallway. Halfway along it, there is a giant platform without stairs, a rope, or anything. In order to stay together, everyone has to get up. Let's climb. 80%. Ugh. Darn Price is Right wheel. Alright, so we struggle a little bit, but we get to the top of the platform. Finally reach what could be the throne room. So, as you can see, there's different percentage chances for which item we actually get from this. The majority chance is we get King's bedroom with his mantle, but we might also get a couple other rooms with some different stuff in it. So let's see. Okay, so it is the throne room. You're collecting valuables and find the authentic King's mantle hanging to the throne. Charles wears it and is giving orders, which Ivan follows. Anna, on the other hand, takes the mantle and says there can be only one ruler, and that's the leader. Everyone laughs. Alright. So we got 3 more collect tokens, and we got the Saxon's King's Mantle. So this treasure will go kind of into our account, and it'll give us a kind of permanent bonus. So we get to choose which bonus we get from it. So we can either get 1 additional treasure hunt, more gold from treasure hunt, or all speakers gain +10 speech defense. Apparently this Chairman Pinkerton is recommending that I go with +1 treasure hunt, so I'm going to do that. Cool. So a treasure hunt is another token that we can collect on our expeditions. It is basically kind of the same as a collect token, but it gives us a lot more gold, and it also gives us status. And a small amount of renown, but that's all the tokens. It's kind of an upgraded version of a token. There's a few different ones of those, and the treasure hunt one is pretty good. Okay, so we've got 5 food left. There might be research to find there, and another encounter. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4, 5. Or there's status down there. Another encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like going this way. Let's see. Oh, shouting and screaming. 2 thieves are running from an angry mob. Since you're blocking the path, one of the thieves asked, "Please, traveler, we have no time for you right now. If you let us through, we'll give you some compensation." So we can get 1 collect token if we let them pass, or we can actually try to stop them. Which I think we're going to do. Stand our ground. It's just a one star encounter. Okay, so if we finish this aggressive, we get more stuff. More collect tokens. So let's... Not going to be pulling any punches on these guys. Get him, Anna. Okay. Anna does not do a whole lot of damage. But Ivan sure does. Ivan also has the ability Pinning Strike now, which pins down the target and makes it unable to move. And will pull aggro. So I think he's going to do that to this guy. That'll prevent him from running around and getting to Anna or Charles. And then Charles... Charles also doesn't hit very hard. Yeah, you can see how much damage it's going to do on their health bar. With the orange section there. So... if we terrify him, it'll give him minus 25% attack, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so we've made him terrified. He's got 25% less attack power. Ivan's getting pitchforked. It's alright, that's his job. Oof, she does just barely enough. I don't think she's actually going to kill him if she does that. But, Charles will. Okay. Did I see a man get frightened by a thrown glove? You sure did. Charles is throwing down a duel, and it scared the guy off. So now we're in the provocative mode. So we got plus 25 grit. Grit, I believe, is mental defense against, like, devious and friendly attacks. Ivan just punch this guy. Ivan is the MVP again. But this time we got the bonus tokens, so we also get the 3 collect tokens in addition to the encounter tokens for getting an aggressive victory. It dominated our opponents. Alright. Everybody knows about our good deed, so we gain another campaign token. Okay, so yeah, we can do a campfire story now. So I've never done this before. This is new to me. Crews gather around a special campfire where stories are told or even created. You can pick 1 story every expedition from your hand to upgrade and transform your crew. Finish a game of renowned explorers to unlock more campfire stories. Okay. So, let's... What kind of campfire story do we want to tell? That'll give us resolve. Okay, so resolve is kind of... Every time a crew member is defeated, we lose resolve. If it reaches 0, then we lose our will to continue, and we basically, essentially get a game over in adventure mode. So we don't want that, but we're in no danger of doing that in this first expedition. So I'm alright with that. Study will give us more research, encounters will give us gold and status, and collect will just give us gold. I think research is really useful, so I think I'm gonna do... Yeah. I'll do this campfire story. Anna adamantly makes a point to discuss a weird cultural phenomenon you observed earlier today. Like beating up thieves. The crew really just wants to sleep, but a rambling Anna makes that virtually impossible. In the end, the crew gives in and joins Anna in the discussion, which turns out to be very interesting. And bold. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of study. Holy smokes. That'll come in handy. Alright, so Anna has also gained level now. So we can give her either a naturalist classical physics or engineer tinkerer. I don't think... We don't have an engineer, so I'm going to give her that, I believe. She also gets a new combat ability, experimentation. Charles also gained a level. Diplomat etiquette or survivalist tracking. Either one of these could be useful. I'll make him a diplomat. Yeah, so it gets group insult. Say devious attack ability. And Ivan has got 2 bonuses on him for doing aggressive expansion. There's research to be found, and there's something odd here. I see a giant tunnel entrance in the side of a hill. Decide to take some torches and explore it. It's Minecraft. So I notice a giant machine standing inside the tunnel. It seems to be some sort of machine drill powered by steam. The machine seems to be a prototype and is broken, but contains cutting-edge technology that can be harvested. Well, it's a good thing we gave Anna that engineering and steam engine perk, so... Or no, I gave her an engineering perk, but it turns out that's a good call. Yeah. Good job, Anna. She studies every part of the steam drill, removing every part and putting it back again. After hours and hours spent on the drill, Anna becomes an expert in steam engines. Not only that, but Anna understands that this drill contains cutting-edge technology. More research. Okay, so 3 supplies left. So we could go 1, 2, and we might be able to get more supplies. And go up there. We'll go with that. 2 people are having a heated discussion as you walk by. One of them yells at you. Hey you! Hey, yes you, we need your opinion on something. We are discussing what is the best way to solve problems. I'm convinced that using speech will solve any problem you encounter, but this guy thinks that using any physical attacks is the way to go. What do you think? If you choose me, I will teach one of you how to use speech more effectively on this island. If you choose him, he will do the same for attack. Well, Ivan is already kind of a tanky boy, so I think speech is the way to go. Speech is always the better option. Who should we... I think I'm going to increase Anna's speech. She learns about the history and customs of this island. It will be very useful during the challenges on this expedition. They will be useless on other expeditions, though. Thanks. Your crew is ready to continue. Alright, so she's got +5 speech for the rest of this expedition. Hey. Normally you wouldn't be so excited about this, but found an abandoned farm. Fields are overgrown with vegetables and even some fruit trees. So we get 3 more supplies. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, well that, wow, we can explore a lot now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go up here. Fucking man comes running up to you. Oi, mates, I'm a traveling goldsmith, but I'm kind of bored of this island. I want to see some new gems. Allow me to join your entourage and help you appraise your funds. A merchant joins us. He's a little skeptical that he's just stealing. Oh, yeah, Anna's a little skeptical that he won't just go stealing your gems and coins, but after a good talk, you'll all leave with a good view. So I'll talk about that later. He's important, but he won't come up for a little while. Farmer's moving some of his harvest to the local market, but his wheel has gotten stuck in the mud. He's asking you for help. Let's help the farmer. Alright, so we get one collect and one campaign. Not much, but every bit helps. So I've got 2 supplies left. I don't have enough to get to... I should have gone down here. I could go up there, and then down again, and then down here, but we will be weaker for that encounter. I guess. Alright, so we found the burial site of the Saxon Kings. Once we get here, this expedition will come to an end. Let's go and do it. We found the Saxon burial site. One of the tombs is of King Egbert, a particularly mysterious figure. Finding its secrets will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned explorers. However, you hear familiar laughter. Behind you stands the French explorer Rivelot, who's considered to be the most promising of the renowned explorers. He speaks. Thank you, amateur. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out, and I really need to excavate King Egbert's tomb to gain another honorary title. But we worked hard for this treasure. Seems my explanation wasn't clear enough. Maybe my strong friend Tommy can explain the situation better, while I plunder King Egbert's tomb. Before we can stop him, his crew fighter Tommy steps forward. Nuh-uh, little explorers, beat it. He's not letting you pass. A rank 2 encounter. Tommy's got some buddies. Alright, so we gotta defeat the boss. If we finish this friendly, then Tommy thinks we're nice. If we do it deviously, Tommy is emotionally hurt and leaves. And if we do it aggressively, Tommy is impressed with our skill. So the red skull generally kind of means that's like the bad ending. The green X is usually kind of the good ending, and then this one is either like neutral or it'll give more dialogue options. So we gotta fight a whole bunch of boys, so we're gonna kind of see how things end up. First and foremost, I'm gonna send Ivan over here. He's gonna murder that guy. And in doing so, he will draw aggro. Experimentation. Send Anna down here. So these little spots here will actually heal your characters as long as they stand it up. And she's going to use experimentation on these guys. Group insult. So his group insult ability is in a cone. So I can hit both of these guys and knock them both out. They're enraged. Hopefully Ivan will draw aggro. Yep. Good job, Tommy. Jeez. Ivan. Impressed. So, I'm pretty sure I could focus on like the mooks and wear them down, but I'm pretty sure they will respawn if it takes too long. So I'm just gonna kind of focus on getting rid of Tommy for the most part. Well, I'll get rid of this guy first. And I will just tase him. Actually, I'll send Charles down there. I will impress him.
Whoa!
Okay. So he is impressed. He's got minus 25 speech defense. It's not that useful for us, because Ivan is about to punch it. And that's our turn. Oof. Oh no, Ivan. He's doing his job very well. So, another thing about this is that we can also use friendly abilities on our allies to heal them. So, yeah, kind of the same. Heal Ivan a little bit. Maybe I'll use Charles for that. Anna, zap him. Ivan can't quite just knock this guy out. I could knock one of these guys out, though. I think I'll do that. It'll make sure that things stay aggressive, and then there's potentially less damage to be done to Ivan. I should be able to take Tommy out pretty easily in a turn. Oh no, Charles. Alright, Anna. Zap him. Get him, Ivan. Show him what's what. Alright. Tommy is impressed by our skills. I'm glad we dealt with them fast and efficiently. Let's continue. Tommy is impressed. Wow, you're pretty strong. Few can take on the mighty Tommy gun. Take some gold on this checklist. It describes treasures we want to find here. I guess if you beat us to it, you deserve one as well. And he leaves to follow Rivolo, who has already plundered King Egbert's tomb and left. We are a band of mighty warriors. Huzzah! The crew quickly turns to the mysterious checklist you got from the encounter. It seems to be some sort of agenda or scheme. Treasure is still to grab. The one hidden in the tomb of the Forgotten King, that one treasure held by the locals, the one in the cache near the dangerous cliffs. Due date, today. It seems Rivolo was going to nab some more treasures. You might be able to get one before him. Which treasure are you going to chase? So we can go for the tomb, convince the locals, or track the treasure near the dangerous cliffs. Let's see if we can Yeah. Since you fancy yourself as more charming than Rivolo, maybe you can beat him to beat him to getting the treasure from the locals. Who will do the talking? Well, how about our butler friend? Who's a diplomat. Got a 94% chance of success. Alright. Good job, Charles. Let's see what you get. The Saxon Golden Horse. This amazing piece of goldsmithery must have belonged to the king. Let's one fact at the end of each expedition. First level, quick thinker in your crew. We don't have either of these abilities, so that's useless. Yeah, getting more gold from collect tokens is good at this point, because we've got a lot of gold. Alright, so now we kind of introduce the main goal of the game, which is to be the most renowned explorer. We'll have to beat Rivolo. Now it's personal. Back to London. Now we get to see everything we collected. Alright. 2 treasures. We've built a reputation for being aggressive. And we got a whole bunch of stuff that we will be able to spend here pretty shortly. The Explorer Society board members are excited at the progress of this tyrant tycoon. That's the title that we earned for ourselves. So this is kind of the end goal, is to get more renown than Rivolo here. List 2,500. We are currently bottom of the list with 99. The tricky thing about it though is, I believe there's you only do 4 or 5 expeditions total, and then the game ends. So I didn't manage to do it last time, but the thing is, as you collect more treasures, those bonuses are cumulative. So you can eventually kind of build up your resources as you play the game, and then it gets a bit easier from there. But anyway, we're back in London now, and the International Society is impressed by our skills. He's giving an upgrade to our airship, which will allow us to carry more supplies. We already know the tutorial. Get 30% off El Vigilante's branded canned dog food. So now we have 10 supplies. Alright, so this is in between expeditions. There's several things that we can do. We can do research. We got our research points in blue up here. We can unlock history or observations. And in order to unlock these other ones, we need to complete more expeditions. So I'm going to unlock observations. That seems like something Anna would want. Which crew member will gain a naturalist, engineer, or archaeologist perk? Anna, or a scientist perk. So she's already a naturalist, she already has an engineer perk. I'm tempted to give her an archaeologist perk, but I think I might give her another naturalist one, just to kind of make her even more powerful. Geology, chemistry, astronomy, classical physics. Let's give her chemistry. Mad scientist. So each thing that we unlock in our research tree costs a certain amount of research, and it just increases the more that we get them. There's no like one that costs more than the other kind of thing. So I think I'm gonna get that one, because that will give us more research from the study tokens when we get them. You can see up here what all the different tokens are and what they do. So we'll get more research from that, which is always good. We can give ourselves more supplies. Student joins your entourage. Let's see here. Science assistance, or we can unlock history. You know what? I'm just gonna go for more supplies, because more supplies is always good to have. So that's pretty much all of our research. We also have our insight up here, which we can spend to do jobs. So we can either go to London and lecture, or we can go to Paris to campaign, or to Berlin University. And depending on who we choose will give us different amounts of resources. Because everybody has different skills. So I think I'll have Charles go campaign in Paris to give us some more status. Anna will go to Berlin University, get some more research. You know what? I'm gonna do that again. So then we'll have enough for another research upgrade. +1 study whenever you enter a challenge node of your choice for the first time. I'm gonna get a student. So we will get even more research from study tokens. And we've also gained a student. So this is our entourage. From our expedition, we got a merchant. So for every merchant that we have in our entourage, we get more gold from collect tokens. So that was great. So now we're getting 12 to 20 gold from those tokens. And now we also have a student, which will give us more research from study tokens. We can also buy more people for our entourage with our status resource up here. As well as specialists. We can buy one specialist from each tier in each city. The specialists are all very expensive, but they're pretty good. Champion Vasilisa, Vigilante, or Renowned Explorer Goodman. So we can go either there's Stockholm or there's Madrid that all have entourages for us to choose from. Shark Super Sewer. I'm still not really sure how we're going to be ending most of our campaigns, so I'm going to leave these for now. I don't know what a Super Sewer is, I'll be honest. So I feel like the game music is still kind of loud. I have it turned down a lot, but it's still kind of loud on the main menu. Champion Vasilisa. Plus Slips and Falls at Costco's. Gain the survivalist spotting or camping. Quick Thinker. Rogue. So campaign whenever a level 4 Quick Thinker succeeds on the adventure wheel. I don't know if I'm going to get any specialists just yet. I think for sure... See, it's kind of difficult. The resources in this are very limited, so you kind of need to pick and choose what you actually want for the long haul. So research, I like research, so I'm going to get another student. So we don't actually have enough to get a specialist now. 100. Yeah, we don't have enough now, but that's okay. Yeah, and these guys do different things. So there's the kind of the straightforward ones where they just give you more for the thing that they kind of represent. But then there's like the journalist, which will give you more status from encounter tokens, or the trader, who will give you more gold from encounter tokens. So it's kind of interesting that way, I think. I'll get a trader. That student is very expensive. And I'll get a longest. Oh, I still have a whole bunch of insight. I can do more. I can do more stuff. So let's campaign some. I guess. See, now this is the interesting part, because both Anna and Charles will just get us 2 gold, or 2 collect tokens, which just gives us gold. But Ivan will also give us 1 collect token, but an encounter token, which actually gets us, on average, more gold than a collect token would. So it might not, if you're looking for gold, it might not look at first glance that, oh, you know, we want to go with Ivan, but actually, we kind of do. So Ivan gave a lecture about, I don't know, presumably about beating people up. So we can get even more entourage. Who do we want? We can get a journalist. Alright, so we spent all our status, spent all our research, but now we have gold. So we go to the item shop for that. So down here at the item shop, characters have 3 equipment slots, and there's a whole bunch of equipment to use. So, decent gloves. That will give us more attack power, so I think I give those to Ivan. We can also spend gold to upgrade the shop, which will give us access to the other items around here. The books give us more speech power, so those are always good to have. So I'll probably take those. Actually, I'll give that to Charles. Anna's speech defense is pretty high. Her speech power isn't the greatest. Her attack power is actually higher. So maybe I will give her some gloves too. Oh, Ivan's speech defense is 0. Thanks. I'll give him some armor. Only scouts can use boots. None of us are scouts. Well, I think Charles might be. No, he's not. I can give that to Anna. And then I also have enough gold to buy a trinket. So the compass will resist damage from the enraged speeches and will gain survivalist navigation perk. Monkey wrench, resist damage taken from terrified speeches, and gain the engineer advanced tools perk. So I think I'm going to give that to Anna, because that'll make her a more powerful engineer. Sell all this stuff for a little bit more money. We can buy I'm just gonna upgrade the store with that money. And then the next time we come through, we'll be able to buy more stuff. Alright. The actual audio is surprisingly loud. Alright, so... Okay, so yes, there's 5 expeditions that you do total, including the one that you do right at the beginning. Because we have 4 left until they choose the most renowned explorer. So the ones that we can do left, we've already been to the Saxon Grave Islands. We can go to the Hungarian Fort, the Mali Mystery, or go to the Caribbean Island. I believe I've done the Hungarian Fort and the Mali Mystery before. I don't think I've done the Caribbean Island. Or maybe I haven't done the Hungarian Fort. I don't remember. Ferocious lost treasure. Monkeys and smugglers will oppose you, and an aggressive approach could make it easier. Expect nature challenges, technique challenges, and abundance. There's a lot to study for research. I like me some research. Let's go to the Caribbean. Anna looks at the map we got from Pinkerton and find out where. Place near a waterfall. Not as uninhabited as you first thought. You got company. Smugglers. They come rushing toward you. Our secret island has been discovered. We gotta silence them, mates. Seems they'll leave you with no choice. Encounter right off the bat. No bonuses. No bonuses, so we get to do whatever we want. I think... Again, is just gonna zap this guy. Oh, I didn't see her. She's hiding. Let's impress her.
Whoa!
It's a very impressive mustache. You're just gonna punch this guy. I really enjoy Ivan's attack animation, where he just closes his book and just decks someone. Oh no! Charles has been shot. Then I'll let you go. I'll let Anna kill him. Oh, okay. He just straight up murdered that guy. Come over here, Anna. Terrify her. Smuggler's very confused. Alright. Alright, so there's smugglers here. Wow, that audio is so loud. Okay. No, the sound effects are too quiet. Okay. Something like that. So, we got a whole bunch of supplies, so we can explore for quite a while. I think we'll start by going... There's something odd up here, so let's go take a look. Great place to camp. Beautiful, clean creek. Anna tells everyone to prepare for a comfortable day. The crew spends their day relaxing, but then something interesting happens. Anna surprises everyone, or someone makes a nice gesture. Anna surprises everyone. She's polishing something shiny. When asked about it, Anna reveals that it's an internationally acclaimed science prize that she just earned a few months ago. The crew is impressed. Charles suddenly becomes friendlier after learning that Anna is quite famous. After a good day, the crew sits around a campfire and listens to one of Ivan's great stories. The night becomes even more enjoyable when a delightful dinner is served by... Who do we think is... I mean, Charles was an ex-butler. Of course he's going to be a good cook. Unbelievable combination of Caribbean ingredients and flavors from the United Kingdom. Huh. It's a little odd. The crew is delighted by the meal. Charles is a fantastic cook. On the downside, Charles will have to endure complaining of hungry crew members. Hey, so you got +3 spirit and the survivalist cooking perk for this expedition. Let's see what's over here. Alright, finds nothing of interest in this area. Cool. There's a trader there. I don't know what a trader will do for us, but... Oh, we can get 4 supplies for 1 resolve. That might be useful, but we'll leave for now. Crew finds a native tablet that contains cryptic knowledge. You're pretty sure this knowledge can be used on this expedition to increase someone's grit or to increase someone's speech defense. Let's increase someone's grit. We'll leave it to Anna. Anna has increased grit. I keep forgetting. Oh, right. Grit is the chance you have of dodging attacks and ignoring speeches. That's what it is. So it's kind of like a defense stat, but not really. I kind of want to go up there, but there might be treasure here, so let's go take a look. Anna spots a rundown treehouse. Looks abandoned, and the only way up is an old, decaying ladder. Climbing it seems the only way of reaching the treehouse, but if someone falls, you might lose resolve, so you decide to let only one person up. Anna also mentioned that a rogue or engineer could be useful for exploring the treehouse. So Ivan has basically got this one in the bag. Charles has got a pretty good chance of doing it too, but we'll let Ivan, because he literally cannot fail. So someone must have been hiding here a long time. It's a desolate place now. Look through the window, examine the rubble, examine the rug. Let's look at the rug. No. Oh no. You notice there's a small safe beneath the rug. A danger sign is printed on the door of the safe. Well, we got a 5% chance to succeed, or we don't take the risk. That is awfully tempting, but it's probably a dumb idea. Let's examine the rubble. Oh, a skeleton. Seems to be a sailor from the Spanish fleet who's been hiding here. What is he hiding from? He's holding on to something. A romantic letter addressed to his girlfriend. Some of those lines would melt even a frozen heart. The letter mentions him and the girl hiding together in this house, but one day the girl never came back from gathering food. Ivan memorizes some of the romantic lines, which could be useful in campaigns. Alright, let's look through the window. A clear view of the surroundings. Alright, so the only thing left is the safe and the rug. It's probably a dumb idea to have Ivan get owned by doing that, so he climbs down. He's got some jewelry. Charles stares at the beautiful jewel and wonders why and who the inhabitant of this treehouse was hiding. What else do we got here? research to be found down there. There's also research up here. I think I'm gonna go up this way. Nothing of interest. We can tell a campfire story. So more encounter, more resolve, more collect, or campaign. Let's go with encounter. A heated debate takes place. Who is the fanciest philosopher in history? Anna makes a case for the orderly virtue ethics of Aristotle, but Charles has no ear for his boring ideas. No, Charles thinks highly of Voltaire. Not that he knows what Voltaire stood for, but Charles has heard he was quite the charmer. Now that is fancy. Thanks, Charles. There might be an epic encounter here. Ooh. That could be tough. That might murder us. Charles is absolutely a poser. Treasure or items may be present. We gotta get down here within with 6 movement. So 1, 2. Yeah, I'll go down this way. Whoa. In the deep of the jungle, you find the elusive 100-year fruit. The low-hanging fruit takes more than 100 years to grow to this size. Surrounding the fruit is a barrel of monkeys performing a ritual never witnessed before. You can just take the fruit to safety. A naturalist might be interested in studying the monkeys' ritual. Study them monkeys, Anna. She observes that the monkeys know about the fruit, suggesting cultural memory in this barrel. Once the monkeys start shaking the tree, making squishing noises and explosive gestures, Anna starts to get anxious and rushes in and takes the fruit. The monkeys are seemingly disappointed. Aw. With the research in hand, you leave the heartbroken monkeys behind. We got it. We got the 100-year fruit. 1 discovery or 6 study. Yeah, that's a lot of research. Okay. Engineer rogue. I mean, part of me does want to try this epic encounter, but I have tried to do that before, and I have lost, and it just ended my game. Characters are not particularly strong at this point, so it's a little dicey. So instead, we're going to go to the ruins of a village. Crew is curious about the details of its history, but Anna is cautious. Well, Anna's the only one who's got real chance of doing this, so she's going to go investigate. Aha. From local writings, Anna concludes that the village was struck by a disaster that ruined their food. Anna takes an urn for investigation and for boasting. Another mystery solved. Oh, a nature challenge. Treasure or items may be present. Heck yes. Give me that treasure. Many things can be found in the jungle canopies, but you can expect physical challenges, biological data, or hidden bounties. She doesn't actually have biology in her repertoire. Physical challenge, biological data, or hidden bounties. I'm missing Ivan to climb, because if it's a physical challenge, then he's got it. Ivan climbs the tree for over 30 minutes until the canopy is finally reached. That is a long time to climb a tree. Wow. Good job, Ivan. The view of the jungle is simply breathtaking. What will Ivan do? Ivan climbs parts that require great strength. Go, Ivan. Rare discovery. Deep in a clutch in a large tree, Ivan spots 2 eggs and a dead imperial Amazon bird. The poor bird probably died from a disease spread by smugglers. Oh. Lousy smugglers. Yes, with great strength, Ivan cracks open the clutch and saves the eggs. These birds are very rare and need to be conserved. Treasure get. Amazon eggs. +3 collect, +3 study. Yeah, it's probably just better. Is there something left to do? Let's see. Ivan documents everything. This campaign is really just kind of turning into the adventures of Ivan, isn't it? He's kind of just doing everything. Good old Ivan Dashkov, renowned explorer. So I've got 3 food left. Let's see. Nothing of interest. Oh. Okay, so we can go up here and get research and a nature challenge, or we can go down here and a technique challenge, research and gold. I mean, we've got a lot of research, so I think I'm going to head down this way. Materials can also be studied. And make something useful. And it has a stroke of inspiration on how to use those coconuts in just the right way. Your next challenge will be much easier thanks to the single-use tool. What did you make, Anna? What did you make? Alright, so this is where it gets kind of dicey, because I've got 1 supply left. So I can make it to our goal with no penalties. But there's a chance that I can get more supplies from this node here. So I think I'm going to risk it and go for it. Oh boy, Anna's looking for a volunteer to cross the branch. Ivan is much too big to cross this branch. But Charles, you look about right. Please succeed, Charles. Oh. It's failure. Failed. Well. So we are out of supplies now. Anna's defenses are faltering. Oh no. Hunger pains. So yeah, Anna's took a huge hit to her defenses, so we're just gonna go right. We're gonna go for the gold. Just get out of here. I probably should have bought some supplies from the trader way up there. But the RNG wasn't really that nice to us because we didn't really need the supplies in the early section, so. Oh wow. Onwards to Captain Roche's treasure. What a fantastic sight. No wonder the pirate Captain Roche chose this place to bury his treasure. Siege will take longer than expected. Someone might want to set up a defensive camp while the other crew members continue searching and digging. Anna evaluates the issue. Ivan. Do it. Success. Looks like a bastion. Ivan creates a camp at a strategic location with a lookout and everything. Besides that, it was a good way to learn about the environment. You're prepared for any hostilities that come your way. Find the treasure. The crew spends hours looking for Roche's marks. The night passes and guard duties change, while the crew works diligently to uncover the secret treasure. It's not long the next morning until something happens. Charles follows a trail of golden coins it finds. Our Anna conducts an intense study. We've got a lot of study already, so I'm going to go with the coins. Charles' shuttle finally hits a wooden chest. The crew opens it up to see the Spanish treasure in all its glory, surrounded by other precious pieces. The crew prepares to dig out Roche's treasure when you hear a deep laugh from behind. It's the smuggler boss. I heard these rats were on my island, but I didn't think they would be so kind as to find this treasure for me. Get your paws off my booty, landlubbers. Look out! Oh no, it's a ticking bomb. It's gonna blow and take some of the treasure with it. Well, Anna can just immediately disarm it. Sweaty hands, Anna manages to defuse the old bomb. You secure the valuables before the boss comes in. Ooh, get the treasure out. Seems you won't go down, it's just an old sea mine. We'll show you what happens when you disrespect my territory. Fellas, get the treasure and crush these landlubbers. Seems there's no choice. A rank 3 encounter. So we can either convince them of our cause, we can break their confidence, or we can just get rid of the boss. Either way, something will happen. I don't know, he's way over there. Okay. He's got like a samurai sword. Yeah, sometimes the RNG is really forgiving, and that you get something that's like, oh, okay, you know, you get into a situation, it's like, okay, I've got the perfect character for this, and it's just, okay, 100% chance of just winning. But other times you can get kind of screwed in some of these random encounters, and you end up with something that you just have to eat. There's no other way around it. Jeez, Ivan. Is that really necessary? Experimentation. Get both of those guys, and then I can insult them. Add insult to injury. It enrages them. When the character's enraged, they have less armor. Charles. Oh, they got it out for Charles. Okay. Charles, get him. Good job. Good old fisticuffs. Yeah, she's only got it at range 1. And terrify. Ivan, just run up and excite Charles. Heal him. Ivan told Charles about his teddy bear, and that made Charles feel better. This guy's got a lot of health. He's got really high speech defense, but not much armor. So that sounds like it's a job for Ivan. Pin him. Use your enormous body. And then that will do the most damage, but she can terrify and make them do less damage, so she's gonna do that. Plus devious abilities have a bonus right now. Yeah, just gonna keep berating him. Glove is so scary. That'll give us plus 25 grit. Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. There's a lot of strategy to this game and trying to like time everything to get things to line up just the way that you need them, and that was like pretty much as perfect as it gets. I end my turn with just the right abilities so that I get into the provocative mood, which gives me plus 25 grit, so then their attacks both missed. I'm going to sit here and say that that was entirely on purpose, but, you know. Punch. That does not do very much damage. kind of want to keep things... I want to keep it in the provocative stance if I can, so I'm going to terrify him again. And then I hope... I guess I could try to terrify this guy. That'll reduce his attack too, so... And we've got, plus, we still got the 25 grit, so that will go a long way to dodging attacks. Oof. Anna just gets shot by a gun. Same with Charles. Everyone's just ignoring Ivan. Poor guy. So that would get rid of that guy. Ooh, I can get all three of them with this one. Yeah. Range smuggler becomes too enraged. Must retreat. Oh yeah, so some reinforcements just arrived. They will just keep showing up as long as the boss is still alive. I've learned that the hard way. So you don't want to spend too much time whittling down the mooks if you can. Perfect. And Ivan can terrify him just to finish him off. He's so scared, he just runs. He broke his confidence. Oh, poor Ivan. His words are sharper than he thought. He broke their spirits. The smuggler boss is having difficulty keeping his act together and runs away in tears. Oh no, look at him. His crew follows to at least try to cheer him up. You hear their voices fade into the distance. Come on, boss, you ain't that bad. We love you. You're the baddest smuggler on this island. Aw. Well, we got Roche's treasure. Biggest haul of pirate treasure found yet. So let's recommend it. Our current highest level naturalist gains +3 study on all naturalist spins. That's pretty good, because she's already a pretty good naturalist. We don't have any discovery. We've got lots of study. Yeah, cool with that. Scent of gold fills the air. What does gold smell like? Ferocious treasure in your hand. The expedition is a success. You can probably return to London with old Spanish treasure. Hold on. Caribbean explored. 3 treasures, wow. And we've built a reputation for being devious. I don't know if that's a good or bad, but it is what it is. We got a whole bunch of new resources, so let's go ahead. Anna is now known as a sly scholar. We've rocketed up into 7th position. We can send a report to an explorer welcoming city. This will unlock new possibilities on the world map, but you can only unlock 1 city per expedition. Later expeditions might add new options. Which city should we unlock? Constantinople or New Orleans? I'm pretty sure I did Constantinople in my last game, so this time I'm going to do New Orleans. I've read all about your amazing adventures. Just so you know, our shops in downtown New Orleans have some special offers for just for people like you. We hope to see you soon. So now we've got San Francisco unlocked and New Orleans. San Francisco is another entourage shop, and New Orleans is another item shop. More stuff. First, Anna gained a level. I can either get a terrifying presence, or she will get +1 study whenever you enter an area with a nature challenge for the first time. And she will automatically get an extra tinker slot. Kind of like the idea of her being terrifying. Just this terrifying mad scientist woman leading an expedition into the jungle. Alright, so we got some insight. What do we got here? Let's... I do kind of want some more campaign. So I'll send Charles to campaign in Paris again. I will send Ivan to give his usual London lecture. And we have a lot of science. But that is always useful. Good enough. We can eventually unlock more jobs to do too. More of those will open up that will give us even more resources. Alright, so now we've unlocked all the other research categories. Anthropology, psychology, engineering, and nature sciences. I mean, Anna is already a naturalist, so I feel like nature sciences is a pretty good way to lean to. Gain 1 discovery whenever you find a treasure. Yeah, we'll do that one. That'll give us more research from study tokens and a lot of gold from discovery tokens. Then I'll get that one too. How to improve our study tokens. Let's get status. I guess we need to get the rest of this tree in order to get the origin of species. So, sure, let's do that. Let's get even more status. Alright, that's all my research. Oh, I guess the crew cook bonus actually maintained. So if Charles is just our cook, and he gets that bonus forever for the rest of this little campaign. So let's see what kind of entourage we can get from San Francisco. What kind of specialists do we have here? We've got our specialists are Dirt, Pistol Louise, and Wild Whistlin' Willie. I love them all. What is most useful? +1 to 2 status from study. That's probably a good one, because we generally have a lot of that. That's 400 status though. Ooh, that is expensive. Let's see what else we got for specialists here. Amave the Decorated. Yeah, we can also upgrade these places if we spend the status for it and get more specialists. That will also unlock more of our entourage helpers to get as well. But I think I want a specialist. I just don't know. I don't know who. Survivalist spotting. This one's study. Whenever a level 4 survivalist succeeds on the adventure wheel. We don't have a level 4 survivalist, and we probably never will. We don't really want any of those guys. Ooh, we could get that one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna upgrade this shop, and then I'm gonna get our specialist, Pepe the Destroyer. He sure looks like a destroyer. Better than Bobo the Misadventurous, though. He's a hard-knock Portuguese explorer, so tenacious that he's banned from the Explorers Sport Club and wants to teach one of you, athlete tenacious or athlete smashing. Ivan will earn an athlete perk. He already knows smashing, so he's going to be tenacious. So now Ivan's a level 4 athlete, which means every time he succeeds on the adventure wheel, we will get even more money. Just good stuff. And now that we've upgraded the shop, there's more of these helpers that we can buy as well. Although we only have enough for a merchant. Sure. Now it's time for money. Let's check the new shop. The downtown shop. We could give Anna a battery. That would give her the electromagnetics perk. But she does already have the monkey wrench. So maybe I'll give somebody something else. Oh, wow, the cooking pot is actually pretty good. Oh, that only gives them more perks if there are 5 or more supplies. That's not that great. The thing about this game is there's so many items and they all cost like so much money that even like in the last campaign that I played, I could barely afford anything decent, essentially. These are all just books. Could give Charles a new book, I suppose. Book of Joy, Book of Bedazzling, Book of Confidence. I think I'm going to give him the Book of Horrors. Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll give it to Charles. Sell his old book. And gain +3 speech while your current attitude is devious. That might be useful too. We'll see. What does the red square market have? We upgraded it last time. By cutting overgrowth, it looks scarier than it is. I suppose I can upgrade this shop again. I'm going to do that. Why are these things grayed out? That looks weird. Yeah, see, like, this stuff costs 150 gold just for this armor, which is, you know, most of our money, so we're not really going to be able to afford that and, like, a special trinket or, you know, or some gloves and stuff, too. Well, I guess we could get some good gloves and good armor for Ivan, although he doesn't really need it. What do these trinkets do? War drums. Start every encounter confident, or lucky charm. Those aren't the greatest trinkets. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some good armor for Ivan. Ivan's decent armor can go to Charles. I can sell that. And I guess I could get some good gloves for Anna, maybe? Or I could give her a good book. Increase her speech power by 7. Reduce her attack power by... Yeah. Kind of transfer her over into speech more than straight up attack. And that is pretty much all my money. Yep, pretty much all my money. well, that's about all that we can do there. So the thing that's really left is to head out to another expedition. So we can still do the other 2-star expeditions that we have here, but our rewards are a bit lower than they would be if we were to do like a 3-star adventure. But the 3-star adventures are more difficult, and if we don't have the equipment or the levels to do that, then we can be running into a lot of trouble. But again, you only have a limited amount of expeditions to do, so it's kind of tough. The Highlands, the Memphis Desert, and the Andean Adventure. The War Temple of Sekhmet is said to be hidden in the desert sands. Exploring the desert will be hard on your supplies. Archaeologist, athlete, survivalist, or rogue will surely help. That's not that great for us. Better take a diplomat, rogue, survivalist, and engineer with you. Expect plenty of research and status. Aryan Fort. I think rogue, athlete, and beguiler. I don't even think. Technician or engineer might prove useful. Status and gold. Huh. We don't really have a good choice of an expedition here. I guess the Andean Adventure maybe, but I guess we do have diplomat, survivalist, and engineer. We don't want to have a rogue though. Plenty of research and status. Cultural clashes will best be solved devious. Yeah, why not? Let's go to the Andes. We made it to the mysterious Andes range. So far so good. Anna feels that getting here is already a great achievement. Navigating the mountains was extremely difficult, even with a state-of-the-art blimp. But before the crew has time to orient themselves, a group of warriors finds them. Foreign intruders. They must have come to topple our emperor. Get them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No jumping to conclusions, please. Alright. So if we do this deviously, we get science. It's probably what we want to do. Although status is also pretty useful. So devious or aggressive. Kind of our usual MO. Anna, I'm gonna send you up here. And you're gonna throw your bomb. Ivan's gonna draw aggro. Charles insults them and enrages them. Alright. Yeah. Oof. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ivan is designed to take hits. Wait. Ivan, you're supposed to be drawing aggro. What are you doing? Let's see. Yeah. Terrify this guy. He's absolutely terrifying. Charles, terrify this guy. Threw down the glove. And then Ivan can try to terrify this guy here, so let's see. Perfect. Ivan spoke of bears, and that was enough. just keep going devious. Perfect. Alright. Arg, my feelings. These invaders will surely try to stage a coup against our glorious emperor and take our national treasures. We have to warn the Imperial Guard. Huh, an emperor that guards treasures. Interesting, to say the least. So let's get this straight. There's an emperor who holds great national treasures. Judging by the aggression and defensive attitude of the warriors we just faced, that emperor is not very friendly. Maybe we should pay him a visit. Luckily, there are signs everywhere pointing toward the palace. So we can either say this is a misunderstanding and we'll talk to him. He sounds ruthless and oppressive, let's pay him a visit. Or I'm just here for the treasure. Let's see if we can find it. He sounds ruthless and oppressive. Let's pay him a visit. So we're looking for the palace and the emperor. You're not sure what you're going to do there, but you're going to have to be careful with the Imperial Guard. Now, time to go explore. Alrighty. There's an encounter there. Oh, Ivan gained 11. Aggressive wrestling. Or collateral damage. Do collateral damage. That will give him AoE. And we'll probably get to use it in this encounter. Anna is not sure whether this particular village is with or against the Emperor. Let's tread carefully. Charles notices some signs with red crosses through. Then the villagers greet you. Good day, friends. At least that wholly depends on your opinion of the Emperor. They're expecting an answer and you don't know which. Time for a gamble. The Emperor is among the greatest leaders I've ever seen. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay, let's see. Ivan, kill. So Ivan's new ability also transfers some of the damage to that guy. And I guess Charles is just gonna finish him off with a glove. I love the little speech bubbles. It like reminds me of The Sims. I only wonder what they're what they're talking about. All right. So I can get up there. Okay, I'm gonna send Anna there. She can zap those guys. Charles got like no movement. So Ivan's gonna go there. Prime Roar is his new ability. But there's nobody around him, so it's not that useful. Everything else is melee, so he's just gonna kind of sit there. Charles will go down here. No, can't reach. Ouch. Oh yeah, this guy's terrified because of Anna's ability. She has resistance against terrified and she emits terror. Send Ivan here and then I roar at both of these guys. This guy's still hanging on. You're so devious. Okay, your opinion is the right one. Villagers turn away and let you go on your way. It's okay because we didn't use force. So Charles gained another level. Right mindset. Group insecurity. Group insult deals 25% power when Charles has a positive state of mind. Insult's debuff gives the target an additional minus 25% armor and 25% speed defense. Yeah, that sounds really good. And he gained the deride ability. So now we can just straight up make fun of people. I want to go up here and get those supplies if I can, so I'm going to go that way. Unknown precious stone. Anna wants to research its properties, but Ivan thinks it's a better idea to sell it. Oh, Ivan. We all know what we're here for. Once the argument cools down, the crew makes a decision and you can continue. We're here for science. Crew accidentally trespasses on a military camp. Dozens of soldiers angrily face the crew. This does not bode well for me. Well, getting 4 supplies, a discovery, and 3 research would be nice. A 25% chance to succeed. Yikes. Let's do it. I'm feeling lucky. Not lucky enough. Charles thought it was a good idea to command the commanders around. Needless to say, the captains did not appreciate the lack of respect. The crew is chased off by dozens of soldiers. We have to flee, and we are seriously shaken. Welp. We lost a resolve. That's okay. Thing of interest. There's a trader there. Exploring. From a distance you hear people applauding in a loud voice, and the winner of the spitting competition between Mr. Templeton and Lola the llama is Mr. Templeton. I cannot remember entering a spitting competition. Suddenly Charles hears a familiar voice. Cheerio, nephew, fancy meeting you here. You must be proud of your uncle for winning this momentous reward. I brought honor to our family name. Uncle William? Charles is incredibly happy to see his uncle and makes them both reminisce the times they spent at sea. Oh, Charles, do you remember that time we were scrubbing the deck and a cuttlefish landed on your head? Your face was black for days. Ha ha ha. They both burst into laughter. After recollecting a lot of fond memories, Charles bids his uncle farewell. All the while, Anna wonders if spitting like a llama is really a relevant skill. Don't judge, Anna. Everyone has their things. Now, there's a trader and something odd over there. There is potentially a cultural challenge there. It's probably not that gold. I'd rather go to the trader. Try and get some supplies. What a dark and troubled place. Local guards are everywhere and the streets are teeming with the bones of the dead. The villagers look very afraid. Welcome to Lactapata, brave travelers. I am Juana Hatton, head of the guard. Every day we are attacked by hordes of skeletons. Of course, that's our excuse for an emperor who refused to help us. Skeletons? There are a few options for Anna to consider. Travel along the Andean roads to another city. Can we help? Trade some baubles, or collect tokens, or leave this plague place. Can we help? We're in really need of some help. A vile necromancer is terrorizing the city. She's been sending wave after wave of skeleton warriors because we won't accept her as our princess. The Emperor isn't doing anything to stop her, the lazy bum. Please go confront the necromancer. We've wandered into a D&D campaign. Don't be friendly to her. She doesn't take kindness kindly. Oof. So now there is an optional encounter way on the other side of the map that we can go to and get potentially good stuff. But there is... I only have 6 supplies. Trade some baubles for collect. The city isn't very active, but you can still trade baubles for collect. Something. Of course, you can make use of our Llama Express to travel to other cities. We're a bit out of llamas, though, so the travel won't come too cheaply. Travel to the peaceful village of Attico for 2. Travel to the jungle trade post. Take me to the jungle trade post. It's actually a pretty relaxing and nice place. Welcome to our small trading settlement. Here you can hop on a llama and travel the lands quickly, or you can trade some of those exotic goods for gold. There are a few options for Anna to consider. Yeah, supplies. Can make you do explorer degrading errands for supplies. You love God love to work. There we go. So we lost another resolve, but we gained 4 more supplies. Go ahead. Do a campfire story. Time to usurp the Emperor, I guess. Give me that money. The crew spends the night going through some of the trinkets they've collected. With an appraising eye and a healthy discussion, the crew discovers that some pieces are worth more gold. Sometimes it pays off to take a second look at things. Give me them dollars. So there is an epic encounter. I definitely want to check it out. But first, there's research to be found. I encounter a lonely villager, peacefully gathering food from the local plants. Ivan approaches him and sees he's trembling heavily. I'm sorry, but if I don't warn the guards, they'll hurt me. The villager runs away and warns some nearby guards. Well, okay. The villager will be grateful if we're friendly. Ooh, that is a bunch of guards. Yeah. Impress him, Anna. Same with you, Charles. Good job, Charles. Yeah, some of the moods are... Not all the moods in battle are positive either. Like this Dire, which is friendly and aggressive, gives everyone minus 20 arm. Which is not great. I kind of want to just be rid of this guy, so sorry, I gotta punch you. It wasn't supposed to end like this. Charles is a poser, he'll never impress anyone. It's kind of true. Alright, Ivan, get in there. Yell at him. He's so scary. And it zaps him. And then... Charles can just insult all of them. Although that was mostly devious, so I'm gonna have to work pretty hard to get the friendly... get things friendly again. But I have faith. I can do it. Maybe not. Leave Charles alone. friendly abilities are not very powerful. Can be rid of this guy though. Charles, please. Wow. Everybody's just fumbling on these rolls. So, Ivan instead is going to pin this guy to the ground using his girth. And try to draw aggro while everyone else on my team just fails. Oh. It hurt Ivan's feelings. Oh. All my crew members have minus 25 speech defense. Oof, this is not looking great right now. I think I might just have to beat these guys up. Because I don't know if I can actually... I can get that guy. As long as I can actually not fumble it. There you go. It's a wonderful mustache. Yeah, one of the moods that a character can be put into is confused, which is basically you just send them mixed signals and they don't really know what to do, so they just kind of run away. Let's terrify this guy. She's so scary. Friendly abilities have 25% extra power. Alright, Ivan. I guess we're gonna be aggressive. Just punch him. Oh well. Good riddance. Snitches like these should always be taken care of. Calm down, Anna. I get over to that epic encounter, so we're gonna go this way. Kill all narcs. That's right. Pouch of silver coins. Somebody must be pretty upset you found this, but he or she will be fine. Money doesn't make you happy, but it does make you a successful explorer, though. It's true. Oh, we might find supplies. Oh, another epic encounter. Oh. Crew accidentally trespasses on an angry herd of llamas. The odds are stacked firmly against you. There must be at least 100 llamas. Why so many llamas? No way you can take them all on. You need to use a more diplomatic approach, or run before you get drowned in llama spit. Ugh. 35% chance of success for one supply and one discovery. Really worth it, honestly. The crew slowly backs away from the llamas. There are less dangerous places to explore. It's not like these llamas are guarding the road to the hero's tomb or anything. It turns out they probably are, because there's an epic encounter right here. But I'm gonna go for the necromancer. Mountains hold plenty of natural wonders. Keeping your eyes open is imperative to finding something valuable or something interesting. We'll go study. With the right focus, you find what you're looking for. The real victory is that you didn't find any llamas. That is absolutely right. One, two, three. Where can I go? Let's go check out this cultural challenge. Bound to find some less than loyal soldiers in a place like this. These fellows aren't looking to start a fight and might even want to trade a little. So we can make a minor trade, or we can use Charles, because everybody else kind of sucks, to get a little more with diplomacy. Come on, Charles. Yes. Charles offers some foreign baubles for local goods. One of the local goods is a delicious recipe for chocolate. This will surely bring in some profits. Good job, Charles. So I set out on this expedition to make research, and instead I've made a whole bunch of gold. But that's okay. Sometimes things just work out differently than you expect. Oh, a ramshackle bridge stretches over a canyon. The other side looks promising. Charles even sees the glittering of something valuable. However, Anna doesn't trust the bridge. You can't risk your lives like that. Thankfully, Anna is a level 3 engineer, so she can fix the bridge. The Incas need to invest in infrastructure. Anna performs an act of philanthropy and fixes the bridge for free. You're rewarded for Anna's generous act. The other side of the canyon holds an amazing emerald. What a prize. Nice. I meant to get smart, but got rich instead. It's not a bad problem to have. It's true. So travel here costs 2 supplies, so we're not going to bother with that. Because we can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good. Alright. We found the Temple of Death. An eerie aura emanates from the it. I think there's a few typos in this game. The city of Lactapata has been troubled by the necromancer living inside the temple. This is going to be very dangerous. Is the crew ready to face the dangers of the undead and bring peace to Lactapata? Onwards, go face the necromancer. We can do this. The crew approaches the stairs of the Temple of Death. Charles bravely steps forward. The adventurer awaits inside. Wait, why is Charles going in first? Behind the entrance awaits a long corridor. Skeletal motifs decorate the walls. The place looks relatively peaceful, but when Charles makes one wrong move... Why is there, like, a necromancer temple in the middle of South America? In, like, Inca territory? Traps! Not just one, but dozens of them. Charles is lucky he hasn't already been torn to pieces. It will be impossible to pass the Sea of Knives. Only by reverse engineering the mechanics will you have a chance of disabling the traps. Well, thankfully, we have a mad scientist on our team. Anna disarms all the traps, puts them to rest. The system is very complicated, but no match for Anna's engineering skills. The corridor goes on for a little while, and at the end, a massive door stands before you with a chilling wind slipping through beneath it. You don't have to guess twice what's behind it. Open the door, Charles. Oh, what a bizarre room. The place is dark and filled with quasi-animated skeletons. It seems they're guarding an emerald skull in the middle of the room. You thought you would be facing the necromancer, but maybe this is the source of the undead. It's clear, you need to steal that emerald skull. While the skeletal guards don't react or notice you, they do react when you get closer to the emerald skull. They're basically glorified traps, but with so many of them that they can cause serious trouble. Maybe someone good at stealing might be able to pilfer the emerald skull. We don't have a rogue on the team, unfortunately. So Ivan, just go for it. Ivan, make a mad dash. Yeah, kind of what I expected. The skeleton guards notice Ivan and viciously jump on him to attack. The odds are overwhelming. In a truly renownless display, Ivan still manages to run like a coward and reach the emerald skull. After he grabs it, the skeleton suddenly collapses. The emerald skull starts glowing hot. It flies out of Ivan's hand and starts to transform. In the rumble, you hear a voice. What's this? Death to those who oppose the goddess. Why, a cute little girl appears out of nowhere. Are you lost? Oh, goodness. Goodness, jeez. I'm not a kid. I'm the godly Princess Necromancer. Respect me as your superior. Bow down to your princess and give me candy. Those are naughty words for such a cute little girl. You shut your mouth, you spoiled them. Oh boy. I like that. I feel like that is exactly how Anna would react. Yes, finally someone who respects me. Scold me. I'm worthy of your wrath. This kid needs some serious parenting. A rank 4 encounter. I worry that this could be the end of our encounter, or our little trip here, so... But we'll see. First we have to deal with the skeletons. There's oh, wow. Ivan, punch. Do what you do best. Punch them skeletons. I like that she's terrified of skeleton. Let's see here. I want to step back a little bit so that I can deride that skeleton. Oh, he's taunted and ruffled. The skeleton is so mad that he just can't be here anymore. He's gotta go. It's gonna be a tough fight. Good job. Good job, Necromancer girl. You missed completely. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give her minus 25 to attack. I've terrified the Necromancer. And now Ivan is going to pin her to the ground. Charles. I'll save group insult for a little bit later. So, another thing that I haven't mentioned is some enemies have either resistances or immunities. So she is resistant to excited, confident, and she is immune to impressed. So if I was trying to impress her with Charles here, I didn't actually want to do that, but oh well. She is unimpressible. She cannot be impressed by our exploits. Oh. The bone dance. Oh. No, not the bone dance. Oh wow, they just straight up murdered Ivan. I think this is not gonna go so hot. We can revive crew members, which I think I'm gonna have to do because I kind of need Ivan. He is already terrified. Friendly abilities have plus 25% power. I could just... I think I'm just gonna have to get rid of one of these guys, I think. Punch him. Oh, now I've got minus 25% speech defense. That sucks. Yes, yeah, just try and get rid of some of these mooks. Skeleton is absolutely terrified of my crew. Hopefully they don't just murder Ivan. Oh, not the bone dance. Ivan has no speech defense, so he's just getting owned by this. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, she heals. That's not good. We got one resolve left. Zap him. Heal Ivan. And Ivan, I guess, can try to go for the kill. They're confident. It increases their attack power by 25. I don't think this will do enough to actually bump them down to a negative status. Yeah, Primal Roar. Let's go. Let's hope for the best. No. Okay. Their bone dance is much scarier. Yeah, if they just hit me, it's not so bad. This is not looking so good. I want you to heal Ivan as much as you can. Group insult all of these guys. Oh, that gets rid of one of them. Perfect. Alright, alright. We're doing alright. If we can get rid of these tougher skeletons, then we might stand a decent chance. Ouch. Get back here. How's this going? Stop. Impress Ivan, make him feel better. Uh-oh. Oof. Lightning hurts. You think you know about lightning, child? Pin her down. Gotta keep her from getting away. Charles, make fun of her. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. That was a dog at an empty table place. Perfect. Alright, Anna. Show her your lightning. Oh, actually, we're pretty close to getting devious, so I guess the choice is, do we want status or study? I do kind of want research. Yeah. Terrify her. Nice. I really didn't expect to win that one. Cool. After all that verbal fighting, the necromancer grows tired. Maybe I am a weak brat. Maybe I'm not worthy of ruling these lands. Maybe my tyrant mind is only half that my father's was. Slowly she moves toward an empty throne. Wait a minute. The world has changed. I need to meditate on my evil game. The next time I am summoned, I will be a tyrant, the likes of which the world has never seen. Thank you for taking me seriously and motivating me to become more evil. She turns into an inanimate corpse. It's weird. She does seem to respect you, and the emerald skull is yours for the taking. Let's get out of here. The emerald skull, way better than the crystal skull. +3 campaign, +3 study. Yeah. What an adventure that was. Traps, treasures, even a necromancer. Not only have you performed your duty as an explorer duty, but you've also done the people of Lactapada a great favor. You should return to them and report your victory. I can't get back there. It's all the way across the map. It's really not a choice. I'm sorry. You can go back to places that you've explored already, but it does take the supplies to move between them. So unfortunately I won't be able to get my reward from the villagers, but oh well. The palace. Treasure guarded by the dictatorial emperor must lie within. Once you face the emperor, the expedition will come to an end. Of course, the palace is heavily guarded. Bummer. The crew regroups to plot a roguish diversion. It looks like it will be a tough challenge. So, none of us really have any sort of decent rogue, so I'm going to bribe them. Coin for you and a coin for you. The soldiers gladly let you through under the guise of a diplomatic gift. It's so easy to get somewhere in a corrupt regime, if you've got the gold, that is. Thank you very much. The crew walks down a hallway that is decorated with statues and carvings of the undisputed Emperor of the Incas. The atmosphere is getting heavy. Ivan knows that you'll face the Emperor right after opening the next door. Open the door. He has a cigar. There he is, the Emperor surrounded by his Imperial Guard. The pretenders. They're here to overthrow your beloved leader and destroy the Incan lands. Easy, Tiger. Aren't we jumping to conclusions here? We've come to free the Incan people. We just want treasure. We'll support the great Emperor. We're here to topple your government in favor of a more explorer-friendly one. Oof. I only have one resolve left. That's kind of dicey. We're here to topple your government. Gives us 1 encounter, 2 campaign. Yeah. The Emperor is not impressed. I will have none of this. Warriors, round them up for punishment. He looks like a formidable force. We need to break his concentration. This could be rough. Devious or aggressive. Alright. So I'm thinking... use that yet. Bin salt. Enrage them. Ivan, you just kind of stay put. Oh, no problem, B. Thanks for watching. Charles, no. Hit both of them. Pin down the Emperor. Then make fun of him. Didn't have enough range to get over here, so I'm just gonna terrify this guy. That should keep me with 25 grit, which will go a long way to keeping me alive for this encounter. Good dodge, Charles. I am discovering that this this one mood is quite powerful. Oof. Oh, he's got a gun. He's got a shotgun. Gotta use devious moves before he attacks. Can't get there. I can roar at him though. Oh, that guy even that guy even left. I can't get close enough to actually. Oh man, there's like nothing I can do. Their speech attack is both 32, so it's not going to be enough to actually kill these guys. I mean, it might be if I can get enough of a bonus, but it's oh, not enough. And I can't get around him, so looks like somebody is going to be getting shot. Unfortunately. I can at least get rid of this guy. Confusing him. There's some sort of loud noise going on outside my window. It might be a garbage truck or something. Oh boy. If the Emperor shoots Anna, then this is over. Okay. He's just gonna blow away Charles. Fair enough. need to try and kill him in one turn, but I don't think I can do it. Well, gotta give it a shot. What would do? Yeah, I don't think I can actually defeat him. I could get darn close, but yeah, they're probably gonna take out Anna. Yep. Resolve broken. Well, that's that. Sly scholar Anna Proskuriakova was attacked and traumatized in the Andes range by a group of ancient Incas. Oh no. She has failed in her expedition. The necromancer was too much for, well, the necromancer we managed to defeat, but the loss to our resolve was too much for us to deal with, so unfortunately that is it. In adventure mode, that is it for your encounter, or your adventure. Okay. This is also new, but when I guess we get booster packs according to our performance for campfire stories. So we get more stuff, which is... That Eye of the Tiger one is really good. Plus 3 supplies is really nice. So yeah, it's like a roguelike game, so the more you play it, the more stuff you kind of unlock and get access to in future games. So the more you play it, the easier it gets, and the more rewards you get. So it's a pretty neat little game. I have not played the Emperor's Challenge. I believe that is... Yeah, travel to the far east and explore the mystical islands of the Anagogic archipelago expedition with 4 new explorers. So... And then, yeah, you can go into the treasure collection here and you can see all the stuff that I've collected over... And again, this is all stuff that you have collected over your entire playthrough out of every game you ever played. So there's a bunch of stuff in here that we managed to collect, and some stuff that I managed to get in other games. This king elephant skull. I guess there's a tab here for the campfire stories now too, which there's apparently a lot of them. But yeah, I think I'll be calling that for a stream. Like I said, this game is a lot of fun. It's kind of unknown. I've never really heard anybody talk about this game before, but I remember I saw it on Steam a long time ago. It's like probably 3 or 4 years old now. And it's a lot of fun. I've had quite a bit of fun pouring some time into this game. And I would definitely recommend it for anybody who enjoys games, like roguelike kind of games. Like, reminds me kind of a lot of FTL. So if you liked FTL, then this is a great game to play. I highly recommend it. But that'll be it for this stream. Thank you for watching. Like I've said all the time, we've got this lovely network of people here that are all streaming on various days of the week, almost every day of the week, except today. Fridays is usually the day that we play Dungeons & Dragons in some form, so a lot of us just kind of leave Friday alone. I wasn't really doing anything this afternoon, so I figured I would do some streaming, but that's us. So tomorrow, Action Shakespeare's got her Backslog stream going on, starting something new. I don't know exactly what one poll that she had going, so it's definitely worth checking that out. It'll be a brand new game. And then on Sunday we got B Drops with their art stream, along with Action Shakespeare, usually Words, Public Opinion, and some of the others. They're usually in there. Candy Arachnid, and sometimes Fiona, who's not listed here. I need to change that. I need to add her to the list here too. But they're all in there. And then Monday, some more of Action Shakespeare stuff. Tuesday, I'll be back. And Wednesday is some more Action Shakespeare. So there's always stuff going on. Check everybody's schedules. And they've all kind of got their own schedules. And there's some sporadic streaming here and there. So check things out if you enjoyed it. Follow, subscribe, etc., etc. And yeah, thank you for watching and good day.